Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. It's Joy, the goddess Sanchez here. Another episode of ClapBack Queens and Kings. I'm just awaiting our guest, Annie Poole, to join us in the studio. Annie, I met at a comedy show a couple weeks back over in Bushwick. Super cool individual. She she does like curate events at her fabulous house. However, she also is a part of a great thing called Bragging Rights for Women, which I was hoping to talk to her about today. I'm gonna go ahead and Google it. How y'all doing out there today? Is there anybody? I see ya. Hi. Hey on Facebook. How y'all doing, Facebook? Let me know who you are. Like I said, I'm waiting for Annie Paul to join me in the studio so we can have our clap back on. And if not, like if there's anybody that wants to just get up in the studio and add your narrative, that'd be great too. Um, so while I wait for Annie to join me, I'm gonna first of all I'm gonna turn my Bluetooth off. I'm gonna just share today's meditation out of acts of faith because we got time to kill. I don't have much to talk about. I've been kind of like listening to my body and resting because you gotta listen to your body when these things happen. So today's quote says, "When you focus on the problem gets bigger." Ooh. The mind is such an incredible power that it literally expands whatever it touches. When we're faced with a challenge, obstacle, or problem, our tendency is to nurture it. We talk about it, we describe it vividly, we monitor its progress day by day, imagining how much it is growing and how much its effects are devastating every aspect of our lives. What we're actually doing is giving the problem more value than we should. When we connect, when confronted with difficulty, we must immediately shift our attention from the problem to the solution. We can think, speak, and bring the best possible outcome into existence by focusing on where we're going, not on where we think we are. Ooh, that ain't a word right now. My positive, faithful attitude quickly brings my good. That is the meditation for today, October 21st. My positive, faithful attitude quickly brings my good. And if you don't know how to get to that place, the reflection is, are you focusing your energy on the solution or the problem? Find a solution to a problem and put your focus on it. Yo, I say this shit all the fucking time. And I noticed that lately, like, there's problems. Lately, I have noticed that I've had to check myself from like thinking about problems, right? And I allow myself to think about this stuff, like things that are problems, only when I'm thinking about the solution. Like to acknowledge that there is a problem is not the same thing as thinking on it. You're like dwelling on it. But when you think about the good, you focus on the good. You focus on trying to find a solution. Dwelling in the problem ain't gonna change nothing. I always say this. Oh, man, listen. 2020 is popping. Y'all gotta excuse me. I know I shouldn't have did that dab. See, this is why I said no to dabs, because dabs always win. Paco the G Train Bandit, Paco the G Train Bandit taught me that a long time ago. Shout out to him and his lovely wife and their new baby, I believe. Yay! Or baby on the way, I think. I'm really excited. That's dope. I love that my friends are all now having babies. Anyway, um, my paramour and I are sitting here and I'm rolling a blunt.
You're my paramour.
Semantics. And so, and he wants to add dabs to it, and I'm like, no, I gotta talk to people. I can't do it. And he's like, it's just a dab. It's gonna make the blunt better. And now here we are where I can't think. Right? That's crazy.
Past that.
I didn't. I paused it.
You're past that. You obviously.
Oh my gosh. I have not had like that's anyway. See?
Oh no, where's my drum? Yeah, no mind. Sorry.
See, dwelling on a problem. Think about the solution and expand.
Yeah,
So
tell the
yeah,
problem until you know
um,
why it's happening.
I want to like. I guess while we wait, I can also pass time by giving people updates on what's happening or take questions. This is a great time to ask me things, or just make your comments known, or converse with me or whatever. All you gotta do is drop a comment below. I am gonna make the banner now. So I've got a couple projects happening that I've been working on. I don't think people know what I've been doing during COVID. I don't even think anybody knows who I am. Okay, so let's start again. My name is Joy, the goddess Sanchez. I am a polymath, an autodidactic polymath. I'm a little bit of a nomad. I've been transient for a long time. Now, those are a lot of big words. All it means is that I said I am a self taught artist. I'm a self taught artist that has been moving from place to place for a long time. So I grew up in Brooklyn, and now I'm a grown woman and super self assured of myself. Um, COVID let me see a lot of great things and open my eyes to some things. I recently became an ordained minister. It means a lot to me, more than I thought it would mean, because I didn't understand why I was doing it at the time. It was just something to do to pass the time, and the more I think about what I want to offer the world, it makes all the sense. So, the Goddess Arts is shaping out to be a ministry of art because here's my kick. I've always found God in art. I find God in movement. I find God in people. I find God in love. I find God in breathing, in my breath, right? But I really find God in the church. And I think that a lot of the problems of the world are because people want to classify, right? And we need to live in these binaries of like definition, boom and boom. Women are the way we are right now because people keep trying to control women and just don't let us control ourselves. The reason why men are the way they are is because people keep trying to control men and don't let men control themselves. Let people control themselves. Trust that we know what we're doing for ourselves. And if we are good people, have good thoughts, of course. I You ever try to crack your knuckles? That's something my post 30 life is showing me now. How to crack my knuckles and how good that feels. I used to be a kid that like now it's like easy breezy. I gotta crack my knuckles. Uh, so long story short, I have a book coming out, Hodgepodge. I just actually officially put it up on Amazon, even though it's only the draft version up there. So it's still kind of like a pre-order thing. But Hodgepodge is what I created in conjunction with the Museum of Dead Words, the project that I was doing earlier. What's the Museum of Dead Words? Why don't you go to museumofdeadwords.com and find out, right? I've been talking about that for months. I started it earlier in the summer. I did it over the summer. Shout out to Dialect, who is the creator of that show and that project. Shout out to Kristen Crouch, who is the head curator of the Museum of Dead Words. It's an incredible project that really challenges people to reclaim language. And if anybody knows me, I've been talking about how there's this hijacking of language that has occurred over the last I saw it. I grew up through it, right? Like where a lot of work and a lot of information became this studious thing, this intellectual thing. There was no longer like a hands-on layman's language access. If you were a regular person, you might have felt outside of complex conversations. So it's all right. That's why I talk how I talk, walk how I walk, so I can encourage other folks, especially black folks, to do the same. Walk how you walk, talk how you talk, do what you do. You know why? Because can't nobody be you. Everybody else is taken. If we over here trying to be lemmings like everyone else, that's not a clapback. That's a push. That's nah, don't do that. So none of y'all's talking to me anyway. I'm just keep on waiting. I'm still waiting for Annie Paul, and that's cool. We all know I can indeed kill an hour of time. Um, so let's see. What should I be telling y'all about while my guest isn't here yet? First of all, clapback queens and kings is an idea. I always loved the term clapback queens or clapback. I love the clapback. You know what I mean? I love clapback season. I love all the memes that's all the clapback memes. You know what I mean? And in my time of like being able to think, I really was able um, to to understand as I started studying sociology. I started to understand that like clapback is a culture now. Like the way people live their lives is a complete clapback. You know what I mean? We're a generation of Huxtables. I keep saying that too, and that's a clapback to be like black and intelligent, articulate, and successful, and um, self motivated and morally upright and socially conscious, socially aware. Um, like that's a clapback because 100 years ago I wasn't even allowed to read. You know what I mean? Shit, 100 years ago I wasn't allowed to vote. You know what I mean? 70 years ago I wasn't allowed to date someone, marry a white man. That was illegal 70 years ago, and that was what anti-miscegenation was. Yeah, look it up. Uh, you know, that's so. This here we are now, and I just started to use the term clapback culture in my papers. I go to Southern New Hampshire University online for sociology, and I think this semester that I go back now, I'm going to change my major to socio anthropology because I really believe in the culture and the the preservation, the recording of cultures of people as they exist. Something that really came into a light for me was is the fact that like everything that people of all black culture, hip hop, there's so much that black people have created, that brown people, melanated people, oppressed people have created that was so readily destroyed or erased or lost, as they say, to time. Even looking at my own life and how I've been constantly displaced either by circumstance, self choices, or some type of combination of the two forces beyond my control. You know, there is always this discarding of the importance of our stories and our existences. Like, I think about Juneteenth becoming a holiday, and I look at people, and I'm still saying Happy Juneteenth to people. And trust me, if I see you in the street and I say Happy Juneteenth to you, don't look at me like I'm crazy. Just say facts. Happy Juneteenth, sis. Like, because the thing that gets me here is that it's not one day, it's a day because it took 2 years to reach Texas. Texas, which was way larger than it is now. Remember, Texas was a territory back then, a larger territory. It wasn't that just state, because I believe, like, I don't know how many states.
It was part of Mexico. Mexico was a part of Texas until the Alamo.
No, I'm talking about slavery. Like when Texas was a state. Not Texas wasn't a state, but like the
general
yeah,
size of the territory was a lot bigger
when it was brought into the United States.
Because a lot of the northern part of Mexico was part of Texas.
Right.
But the United States lost that at the Alamo. You got to figure out which came first.
But the Alamo was post-slavery. Alamo was post-slavery. I'm trying to figure out what year the Alamo. Anyway, it's not important. The point is, the specific year is not important. What I'm talking about is that slaves in Texas didn't know we was free until 2 years later, right? But was that the day that the word first reached Texas? Was that the day that the last plantation was abandoned? Was that the like what? You don't even know how long it took for everybody that was a slave there to know they were fucking free. All right, that's my point. The next point is that all of those people have no records, and the people that were before them have no record because things are taken. So I feel compelled. I felt compelled this summer when the Juneteenth project, when I started the Juneteenth project, to create some type of living historical archive of Black existence, starting with everybody that I know. or think people that I just find interesting. I just want to sit and talk and pick your brain for as long as you have to give. And we can do it over and over. I call it affirmative discourse because like I really think that there is a necessity for us to have to affirm each other. As an artist, artists gotta affirm themselves. And as people, we gotta affirm ourselves every fucking day. It takes a lot of audacity to decide to still live in a world that can shoot you in your own bed and pay you for your death, say that it's wrong, except hold no one accountable. That takes a lot of audacity as a person that I could look and see Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying? The fact that most of us have an interaction of these similar experiences that have led us be aware of the abstract reality that we live in. That at any point in time, our lives are literally worthless. I don't even go to Central Park anymore. Once I learned about Seneca Village, I stopped going to Central Park. I love hate Central Park, you know, because Seneca Village. And if you don't know what that is, it's like why not? Oh yeah, because somebody decided that the upwardly mobile professional black folks that lived in that area that were forming a whole community were not going to. They destroyed it. Tulsa. Why did Tulsa happen? Somebody decided that we didn't deserve to have a fucking piece of our own businesses. Fuck that shit. So I really want to utilize, and with COVID, you realize, oh shit, I got all this technology at my disposal. I am going to utilize it to create this idea. So that's what this whole network is about. Um, Pretty much everything I do is about that now. I make my art as my contributions. However, I also um, I also like talk to people and record these conversations to create an archive. Because trust me, yo, if anybody knows Jay Z, anybody knows somebody with some money, help us out. Help me build this museum. I'm starting it with my house, so it's great. The whole idea is to just create a place where, like in Watchmen, you know, you might be able to go one day and look up your ancestors and hear them talk about their own lives. How cool would it be? I can't imagine. Like I keep thinking about how cool it would be to be able to go, just like when I went to Ellis Island, right? I went to Ellis Island as a kid. And I remember people were able to like look in the books and find their family's names, find their great grandmothers or their great great grandfathers or something like that. They're distant. I want to be able to do that. I want all Black people to be able to do that. It's beautiful that we're starting to do ancestry and our DNA and stuff, but like I want something more practical that really talks to who this person was or is. You know, there's something, it really hits different when you could hear somebody talk about their own life. Plus, I've been on so many stages and I have performed so many times and get off stage and people tell me, yo, thank you. Like I didn't know that you said exactly what I was feeling. I couldn't say it like this, or I couldn't describe it. So it just like always reinforces how much we don't realize we're helping someone by sharing our stories. All these freaking shows out here, you know. Plus, I think reality TV is trash. Like, I said what I said. I said what I said. So I'm gonna tell you what. For a second, I'm gonna give y'all something to watch real quick. Do 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 do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to just replay an old yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do. Oh, I do. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to share with you Lady Jams from this weekend. Yeah, shout out to Nebula Velvet Queen. Um, Shout out to you and shout out to Rose. Oh my gosh, Rose. I don't want to mess up your last name, but I just know your name is Rose. Anyway, Rose and Michelle, Melanie, Rose Tang, Melanie. There was somebody else, and I forget, but I'm gonna share your video. Oh my god. Oh wow, I just clicked on a video I didn't mean to click on because I'm looking for this Lady Jams video, but I just found something I didn't mean to find. And shout out to Danny Severance, shout out to the whole Maven imprint, Matt Gorkis, to oh my gosh, Paulie Nasser, my favorite person, Dale Novella. Shout out to you. Happy anniversary, by the way. Happy belated anniversary.
He hung up on me because I pressed.
But I found this. I just found this video. I was looking for the Lady Jams video. However, I found this video from our first a time we did a tour in LA, and we were out at Silver Lake Studios. Shout out to Silver Lake Studios. So this is some vintage. This is some vintage Joy Sanchez and Dale Novella, and this is original. It's some Danny Severance on the violin, and I believe Paulie's on percussion. That's it. Yeah, it really was just a short clip. You know what I'm saying? It was a hella short clip. But that is one of the best moments of my entire life, I believe. I had never had so much fun making music. And I think I wrote my whole book on that tour actually. Not wrote my whole last book, but the first book I wrote, Between Lines and Hashtags, which you can still get on Amazon. Just so you know, you can still get it on Amazon, girl. Yes, you can. So that first book, I definitely wrote 20% of it before I had left, and from the time I got to Vegas till I flew back from California, I had written the rest of the book. So, and that was like what, going on 5 years ago now. So shout out to all of y'all. It was such a magical trip. It's one of my favorite times, one the most amazing things I've ever done in life, and I really appreciate it. So again, I gotta kill some time real quick. I want to reach out to Annie Paul directly to make sure, just to see what's going on there, because I was looking forward to talking to her about this bragging rights for women. It sounds amazing, but for right now, I just want to again, I want to just share with you Lady Jams, a snippet from this weekend's Lady Jams with Nebula Velvet Queen. Appreciate you, Nebula. If you don't know her, she is one of the most amazing souls you'll ever meet. So like if you're out in Bushwick and you're doing stuff, definitely, especially if you're a woman, she's like the best in supporting other women, especially as artists. So enjoy.
6, 1. Yeah! Maybe 1 hour almost.
Nine. Melanie.
Woo!
Rose, it's you.
It's Rose, Lan, and Beverly. Emily. What was the last name you said? Melanie. Rose, Lan, and Melanie. Hey, how y'all doing tonight? That is so fucking sad. Clap for yourselves one time. I don't believe you. I need more people. Clap for yourself one time.
Okay, I'll
All
keep
right,
this
we can start
on.
with that.
We're setting up. We're playing very soon. I have this
cool.
on.
So while they set up, I'm gonna.
So the speaker is your name, please. Full name.
Hey, I am Joy, the goddess Sanchez. I've had many names over the years, gone many different paths, and every time I come to a fork, I go right. Try not to be left behind. I'm always left behind. I have abandonment issues. Guess that's why I got into comedy, because I'm always shitting on myself. or shitting on someone else. I'm told that I'm a monster. You're goddamn right I am. I'm hungry. I am from the belly of the beast, Brooklyn, the place that most people reside in right now, but are actually just transplants while I am the fucking soil. I've been here. I ain't going nowhere. Hi, how you doing? Bonsoir. Je m'appelle Je Chanché. Parler un petit français. And for anybody who's curious, no, I don't speak Spanish. Or yo hablas un poco. See, because I'm only a Puerto Rican by marriage. By blood, because I birthed blood of Spanish descent. They call it Spanish, Latin, Latinx. I can't keep up with all these names they give to us. Because to me, it's all black anyway. I don't know why we haven't all blacked out yet. Don't know why people who've been oppressed for mad long finally got the tools to overthrow everything. It's only right that we should burn this motherfucker down. You're damn right. There was flames coming from a police station in 2020 because we're still fighting the same fights of our ancestors. The shit is unreal to me. I don't understand why they call me crazy when I dream things that I'm not even supposed to be. See, because 100 years ago, it was illegal for me to even know this many fucking words. That's a fucking fact. That was a fucking fact that 100 years ago it was illegal for me to know everything that I fucking know because I only know what I know because I read lots of books. I'm a voracious reader. I will return to the fact that I am a fucking beast. And I learned from the best. I came up through gauntlets, yeah, and they made me end all my weakness, and now these same weak ass niggas can't even speak way in my face. But that's another poem for another time. I'm just trying to kill time right now, trying to kill some brain cells. That's why I keep on drinking the devil's swill. But I smoke the devil's grass too. I mean, but even Lucifer started off as an angel, so ain't it all divine? Creation and destruction are part of the same cycle. When we understand that light needs dark and vice versa, we cannot exist without each other. I will let that sink in for a minute because we cannot exist without each other. And believe me, I would rather talk about things that aren't as heavy. I would rather be clouds in an ocean. I would rather not be stuck in this Mariana's Trench of a fucking life called black womanhood, queerness. This intersection is bullshit, man. I don't really think they understand. Yo, can you tell them about it, Melanie? I'm way too got that funky face. You know that face you make when, ooh, it just hits you different. See, 2020 is hitting different. Maybe it's 37 years. Maybe it was 6 months in my own shit. Maybe it was realizing that nobody's shit smells like roses, realizing we all fart, we all shit, we all have gas, we all got things we need to get out. So why is it that we can't hear each other? Why is it that we can't hear each other? Why is it that we can't heal each other? Why is it that we can't hear each other? I need you to stay steady. Is it that we can't hear each other? Why is it that we can't? I believe in you, Melanie. Hear each other. Why is it that we can't hear each other? Why is it that we can't hear each other? Why is it that we can't? Yeah, you can clap. Hear each other. If you feel it, feel it. What is wrong with fucking feeling things? I'll tell you what's wrong with it. People want to operate from their emotions. Like what you feel is real to all the rest of us. See, I'm not responsible for your emotions. I'm responsible for how I live my life, how I take care of my responsibilities. And believe me, choosing me doesn't make me feel a way, except good. It lets me survive every fucking day. And that's good. But I'm not saying I'm not thinking about your feelings, which are good. I'm just saying that the feelings are not my reality because my feelings are my own. See, I got my own shit to worry about. So I ain't worried about you. And maybe that's the part that we can't get through. Like, that's where the disconnect comes from. That's where the disconnect comes from. Somebody told me I didn't have a soul. And it took me a minute to be okay with that as a fact. See, what I figured is that because I am a vessel, I don't hold on to anything. Everything runs through me. Even these words coming out my mouth ain't coming from me. They're coming from something else. I'm just a portal, a vessel. In the highest, most divine sense of it. And it's all right. That means the soul that was in this body at some point in time is now in paradise. And I'm okay with that, man. I know y'all can see my ass cracking. I'm sorry about that. I just want them to get their lives together before I continue with what I'm doing. I need us to be in harmony. There's something about taking your time, about being still, being patient, learning to listen, hear even the things that people do not say.
We sit in death the same way as our ancestors sat in death and sickness, or our ancestors spread death and sickness. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if this is too heavy to hear right now. It's just that this is a realness I have to. Sorry about that, y'all. I know had some internet issues, but it's back. So there you go.
It's all spooky, right? The light keeps flickering and the air is getting colder and all we can feel is death around us. I find it funny we sit in death the same way as our ancestors sat in death and sickness, or our ancestors spread death and sickness, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if this is too heavy to hear right now. It's just that this is a realness I have to live in every day right now. Every day is right now. Everything I'll ever be right now, I decided days ago, as did you. Nebula, would you pick a card, please? Any card. I'm sorry. Didn't I just say that? Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. All right, let's go. I think they got their sound together. I just wanted to take my headscarf off because it was getting hot. How y'all feeling? Are y'all with me on this? See, because this is the journey, right? Life is about progress. It's about process. Life is a process. Life is many steps. Life is many things. Life is never the same. Life is always changing. Just like time keeps on moving, we keep on moving, and we should be changing. We should be changing how we see each other, how we see ourselves. We should be asking questions. We should be getting answers. We should be doing lots of things that we're actually not fucking doing. But I'm just really honored to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing with you. That was an important part of the process. Big brother told me get it off my chest. Told me black woman you gon' always be a threat. Everybody hating cause no matter the way you do it, come out shining like a diamond above all the rest. Big homie told me get it off my chest. Said black people, we gon' always be a threat. Doesn't matter what we know or where we get. No one's pushing down, trying to reset. Who is next? Tell me who is next? Who is next? Tell me who is next? Who is next? Tell me who is next? Who's next? Maybe they did. I mean, I believe that we manifest things. I believe we manifest things. I believe in magic because I believe in science, because I'm a big nerd, because contrary to popular belief, I only know all these words because my grandparents encouraged me to learn as much as I could. See, they encouraged me to do all the things they were always told they weren't supposed to do. I was always told to do things I'm not supposed to do. I was told to do the things I'm not supposed to do, like learn, like think, like believe, like try, like dream. I was taught to dream. I was always taught to dream. I was taught to dream. I was always taught to dream and believe and respect and believe in it with me and believe that God's alive and believe that I can see and believe that I can be anything I want to be. Anything you want to be, you can be it. I'm sorry. Or not sorry. Or I will not make apologies, no longer make apologies for being the most authentic type, most authentic version of me, being the best version of me, learning and getting better every day. It's not my fault you forgot where I live. Not my fault you forgot my phone number. Not my fault you forgot who the I am. Not my fault you failed to remember who I am, that I'm always learning, that I'm always changing, that I'm always doing something. I'm always trying to get better. I'm only trying to support others. I'm only lifting everybody up. I'm only holding on to everybody else. I'm only always carrying the most shit. That's why they think I'm a fucking bag lady. I'm sorry you forgot who I I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I choose myself before others. I'm sorry. I realize I can't give away what I don't have for myself. I'm sorry that I keep on making apologies for all the best qualities of me. I'm sorry I keep giving people faith and they keep on failing. I'm sorry I keep on reaching out. I'm sorry I keep on reaching out. I'm sorry I keep on reaching out and chasing fucking pipe dreams. I'm sorry. I'd rather forget my reality. I'm sorry. I don't want to live in your fucking fantasy. I'm sorry. I'm not what you thought I was, not what you expected me to be. I'm sorry. Because, bitch, you don't know these streets. 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 You ain't nothing like me. You ain't nothing like me. You think you'll see. Just wait and see. I'm legendary. I've cried all the tears I'm gonna fucking cry. I don't spill milk no more. I don't even drink cow's milk no more. I only fuck with nuts. That's right, nut milk. I said it. I fucking said what the fuck I said. Knock on my door if you got a problem. If you don't know where I live, you can't have no problem with me. If you ain't got my number, you can't have no problem with me. If you can't reach out, you can't get no problem with me. If you can't return a phone call, you ain't got no problem with me. If you can't return a text, you ain't got no problem with me. You can't talk to me, you ain't got no problems with me. Because you clearly don't know me. I am you. I am. God is. I am. God is you. 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 I am God. I am God. I am God. Is you. Is you. Is you? Is you? Yeah, you is. Thank you so much. I guess our hostess with the mostest had to go do something, so I'll just tell you who I'm is. I enjoy the goddess Sanchez. I do all things art. I own the art space, that sky. Hit me up with my info, the Goddess Arts on all platforms, including payment ones, because I also am a borderline starving artist, putting all I have into my art these days, and existing on unemployment, transitioning to self-employment, because fuck that shit. Fuck capitalism. Fuck that shit. Fuck that system that didn't give a fuck about us. Y'all got the tools, we got the tools. We're doing it right now. Bye. Self-economy. But who am I? I'm just an old black lady, all 227 and shit, talking outside my ass. I can freestyle for days. Any of you okay knows that. That's right, way back, she knows about it. She been about it. She knows about it, been about it. That's what's up. Because grown-ups be on the grow up. Grown-ups keep on growing up. Grown-ups is on the glow up. The glow up is being grown up. The real glow up is being a fucking grown up, yo. I'm just gonna keep going till that video returns. She is the hostess with the mostest. I love Nebula. While she's not here to blush and be embarrassed, I just want to tell you I genuinely love Nebula because she is the single most loving, gentle, understanding, exuberant soul I've ever met in life. A true life. Y'all can agree, yes? I don't feel. I'm not the only one that feels this way, right? All right, cool. There she is. Oh, you are up here. Aw, I love you. No, I'm done. I'm just passing time. You're the host.
Thank you, Joy Sanchez. Thank you for your beautiful energy and soul. Thank you. Okay, big round of applause for Joy. And Rose on guitar and Lan on pedals, I guess, and drum machine, and Melanie on bass. So next up, we are going to have it's a treat. I was at a gallery opening the other day, and there was a lady there who was doing a didgeridoo through a loop pedal, which was cool in itself. But then Frey was dancing, and it was so incredibly beautiful. I'm so happy that you all get to experience. It's an incredible thing. So I'm gonna have Frey come up, and then Jennifer, and who hasn't played yet? Ayumi. Aniana, do you want to go again?
Can I stay? I just said up. Nebula, can I stay? Yeah, because I just set up. I'm so long, sorry. I'm so sorry.
I can do whatever if someone wants. So you're not going to put you on one yet. I think so. Yeah. Just before he goes, and then I'm. Just take a 2-minute break while we set everybody up.
2 minutes for Spice Girl. Yo, you heard that new Spice Girl sound? It was fire. It's wait, you hear it? Spicy. This is the back of the pot.
Maybe I'll just leave that set up as it is. Yes. And then I'm just gonna sit here and put the loop on my back. I'm not like right? And so I'm the tour with each other, but
It's been a while. I didn't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's super short. But I know when to see it. I know no one else. Give up my dreams.
So I'm going to go on in a minute. They're still setting up. We're playing the next round, and I just played a little bit, but it took me a while to set up. Now later on, in the next 7-8 minutes, we'll be playing. We're right now on the rooftop in Brooklyn. And it's a very nice balmy night and festivities going on, even though COVID. Fuck COVID. We can fight it.
Distancing.
Social distancing. I got a mask. Yeah, so I'll be back. Thanks for watching.
Oh, I'm gonna pee myself.
All right. Thanks, Rose Town. I love how it's like a little segment almost where it's like, thanks, Rose Tan, and to bring it back. Yes. But yeah, that's Rose Tang, and she plays bass, not bass, guitar. Drums is too, I believe. I could be wrong. But she's also a really dope vocalist. So again, this is just more indication to show you that the future is female. Don't say it too loud because the men folk might not like that type of talk. Them's not like that type of talk. Yeah, I feel like an idiot for doing that voice, but I sometimes also think it's just like incredibly necessary. You know, it's very necessary for us to just make jokes. Like, what is so wrong with comedy anymore? Why is everybody getting on Bill Burr for being Bill fucking Burr? I don't get that. I need somebody to explain that to me. Why do I keep scrolling down Facebook or like I scroll down any social platform and a couple news platforms and there's all of this controversy about Bill Burr? Bill Burr has always been a comic like that. You know, the other thing is ladies, come here. All I'm saying, ladies, right? Ladies, can we get our whole lives together? Can we get our whole lives together? And stop being a part of the problem. You know what I'm talking about? And if you don't, you're about to learn in a minute when I finish my classes. So, the other day, somebody played me the Ice Cube, an interview from Ice Cube on some internet streaming show, you know, and Vivica Fox was one of the people on the panel. And so it's like 5 women and talking to Ice Cube about how he's talking to Trump and you know, trying to make initiatives happen with the people that are currently in power. And I'm listening to this interview, and about halfway through it, they lost me, right? Because they say, well, your initiatives don't talk about Black people, about Black women. You don't address the needs of Black women specifically. And he was like, well, you know, I'm talking about Black people. And he goes, Black women are people. And they go, no. And he's like, what? Okay. Well, yes, Black women do have specific needs. So I'm open to any of y'all, any Black women that want to work with me and talk to me, you know, help me work out things that specifically address the needs of Black women in this thing. Okay. You would think at that point the women would be like, word, that sounds great. Let's make it up. Let's follow it up. No. What happens from there is that they like just start to try to find something wrong with that. Oh, well, why didn't you come? Well, he's like, listen, I told you I didn't have any black women experts. And if there was nobody else that wants to step up, the same way I saw a need to step up for this, to try to do something with the people that are currently in power, that might stay in power. We don't know what's going to happen, but we know that black people need help now. So I stepped up and did that. Right. And the women just kept being like, well, but you just, trying to find problems. They were asking questions that were only there to create more problems. Even after he said, I'm open to any of y'all helping me, or any experts, anybody that wants to step up and help me create parts of the initiative that speak specifically to black women's needs. I am open to that. Just follow up with me. And it was just like, it was one of those moments that make me see that more of where we come from, right? The fact remains that, like, television, or some people are misusing their platforms, being controversial just to be controversial. Like, yeah, I don't like Trump either, but I'll tell you what, if I had access to anybody in his cabinet that could give me that money to build the things I want to build for black people, the schools, that to create like food banks in my neighborhood, or to create like after school programs that, or create different, like, if I had access to that level, you're damn right. I don't care if you say that you're going to work with me, then I'm willing to talk to you, because we got to stop like doing this. I don't like Trump as a person. I don't agree with the damn thing, and I'm very sure he should never have been president, but he is president. He is the person in power. Just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean that you just fucking throw it all away. You throw the whole thing out with the bathwater, There are a lot of people out here I see talking all of this black empowerment and liberation and ownership and shit. But they will not work with other black people. They will still cut out other black people because you got a personal problem with them. Because you got a personal problem? You're going to stop this black person from prospering in business too? And then have the audacity, the arrogance rather, to be like, no, that's not me. Yes, that is you. That is what you're doing. You can't advance there's tons of people I don't necessarily like. We don't have to be best of friends to do what's good for the greater good. And we can't be a people that is able to overcome our differences and able to, separate the personal from the collective good. Like, stop all your fucking fake marching and all of that shit is fake. It's fake. If you can still on an individual level treat people in one way and then be out there in the streets talking another way, no. Don't be in front of people and say that like I'm a part of your community, but then when it's time for me to be active in the community, you shut me out of the community. Don't do that. All we're doing is hurting each other. Anyway, my whole point is that, ladies, stop being part of the problem. Stop making problems where there are none. Remember? Boom. Boom. My positive, faithful attitude quickly brings my good. Don't be a part of the fucking problem by creating a problem where there is none. Or don't take your personal ideas or your personal feelings and make them everyone else's reality, because that's a problem. That's you creating a problem where there is none. Your personal reality, your personal feelings are not my reality. They're not our reality. They're only your reality. They're only real to you. Your feelings, not saying your feelings don't matter. I'm just saying they're only real to you. Right? But what do I know? If you, what do I know? I've heard so many things about me. I've had people tell me the worst things about me, whether they're true or not, and still take no accountability for themselves. That's how I know you're a vampire, because you clearly can't see yourself in the mirror. Anywho, I'm a little hungry. It's 8:01. Do you know where your children are? Do you know where your dinner is? It's right here. So thank you to our watchers on Facebook, on Twitch, on Periscope, on YouTube, and beyond. We didn't do the Instagram this week. And Facebook fam, just so you know, if you guys don't subscribe to the Patreon or Periscope or Twitch or the YouTube channel, starting next week, it's no more clapback queens and kings for you. I'm so sorry. However, don't take $6 a month. What is $6 a month? That's 20 cents a day. $6 a month. That's 2 MetroCard rides right now. Right? So next week, I would be able to say that's less than less than a round trip MetroCard, round trip ride on the train. That's a base cab fare. That's a pizza. That is a lot for me. So I'm saying it mean the world to me if you could become a patron for less than $1 a day. It only takes 20 cents a day. That's $6 a month. And you could be a patron of the Guided Arts, which is basically the umbrella for everything. Well, also, make sure to visit us, thegoddess.art. We make unique rings like this. Things like this. Oh, 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 oh. Things like this. Make crowns. Wearable art. Visual art. Literary art. All of the arts. And you can also live stream. Yeah. Most of all, I thank you all for watching. I thank whoever's watching. And I can't wait for the day when I have like a real studio, when I have this all together, when I have an assistant to help me keep my life in order, when I can't wait because I have it. I have all those things, right? Boom, excuse. I'm going to manifest it. But for right now, I'm going to manifest myself some dinner. Please remember, your positive, faithful attitude quickly brings about your good. Don't stop being yourself because everybody else is taken. On Monday, we will be here with Kaz Weinbrenner. And then next Wednesday, we've got In Measure on this docket. Then, of course, in November, we got our Election Days panels. So if you want to be on the panel for Election Day, hey, Albie, how you doing? Hi, Albie. If you want to be on the ClapBack panel for Election Day, and you're available Monday or Wednesday, first and second week of November, holla at us. Okay? It's a 3-part series. It's going to be called, here's some subtitles. But check out the website for details, www.thegodis.art. And I'm really hungry, guys. I'm sorry. That dab hit. What can I say? Peace and blessings to you. I continue to rise. And I might come back later with a little bit more. I don't know. But right now I need to eat and I don't want to do it for an audience. Bye. The God is out. The God is hungry.